channel. Today I wanted to share with you how I was able to travel while still breastfeeding but without my baby. So I had a few questions about this, and actually I was pretty worried about how it would all play out. I have Cal right behind the camera, so that's why you probably hear him. But yeah, I was nervous about how it was all gonna play out, and hopefully this will help you if you are thinking about traveling and you're not gonna have your baby with you and you're gonna be still breastfeeding. So, number one thing is pumping. Obviously, make sure you're pumping. I would recommend, if you don't already pump regularly, start pumping regularly before your vacation. If you don't have a big supply built up, definitely the key times to pump are in the morning and unfortunately throughout the night. Sometimes too you have a lot of milk like throughout the night, so you might like set your alarm for a couple times throughout the night just to go ahead and start pumping and getting that extra stash built up. I, however, already had a big stash built up because I was pumping every single morning after his first feeding for about 5 to 10 minutes every single day since he was like 2 weeks old. And I highly recommend that route because that way you never have to worry about whether or not you're gonna have enough milk, and just keep a big stash. And then, I mean, it's 5 to 10 minutes out of your day, but it really adds up at the end. So that's number one. And then number two is just kind of getting on a schedule. So if you kind of know when your baby eats, like he was 9 months old when we went to Mexico for 6 days. So I knew that he ate once in the morning and then twice in the afternoon and then once before bed. So I kind of picked out the time frames. Like for us it was 7 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. So I knew that those 4 times I was gonna try to pump right around then. So you send your baby off with all of your frozen pumped milk, and while you're on vacation, you just want to make sure that you are pumping during those times. You could set an alarm on your phone, or you could just kind of like eyeball it. I just kind of went with our own routine because I didn't want to have to be like stuck, you know, like my phone alarm goes off, okay, gotta go back and pump. It did make it easy because we were at a resort, so we were never like gone away from our room for very long. If you're gonna be somewhere where you're gonna not be by your hotel room, I would definitely recommend bringing like one of those little hand pumps. Medela makes one for like $25, and you can literally just like go and do it in the bathroom and then just dump it out. So make sure that you're pumping at those times. I would pump like within an hour or two range of those time frames, and I would just pump for about 10 to 15 minutes, sit there, read a book, check my phone, do whatever. I was dumping because number one, there's a lot of reasons. Number one, we were traveling internationally. I didn't want to have to deal with freezing that milk, bringing it back. It just seems like for all of that, like I just didn't even want it to, it just seems like it would be too much work. It could possibly get contaminated between, you know, thawing out here and there and then getting refrozen. It was just like too much work for us. And then requesting like a freezer in the room, like way too much work. So I dumped. Another reason I dumped is because I have so much built up already at home. I didn't need any extra. And then the last reason was because I was drinking on this vacation a lot throughout the day and stuff, so the milk wasn't gonna be good anyways. So I just dumped. It's so sad to dump your milk. So it does totally suck to dump out all that milk, but at the same time, you're gonna be able to continue to feed your baby afterwards. So just dump it out. Or if you're going somewhere like if you're staying with friends and family far away, I'm sure you could use their freezer and freeze your milk and travel back with it. It's just in our situation, it was not gonna work out very well. So definitely make sure that you are just staying on schedule. If you miss a pump, definitely go ahead and pump whenever you can. So just be consistent. I know it's annoying to have to pump while you're on vacation, but I think consistency really helps, because I know the more you start to miss some pump sessions, the less milk you're gonna start producing, and the last thing you want is to get back to your baby and be like totally dried out. So you just gotta keep consistent with your pumping. Airports, ask them they should have a nursing station, and that was really frustrating for us because I would ask for a nursing station and they would just point me to the restrooms, and I'm like, No, no, no. That is not a nursing station. Most airports, they have to legally provide you with a place that has an outlet and a place for you to sit and pump that is not a restroom. Also, if you are pumping, your breast pump is a medical device, so you can take that on the plane in its own separate bag, and it does not have to count towards any of your luggage. Also, same thing with your breast milk. That is going to be, I think they like technically call it a medicine, so if you are bringing your breast milk back and forth, you can still use that as well, and it doesn't count anything against your carry-on. But I'm not super sure with all of that because we didn't bring back our breast milk, so I can't talk too much into that. But what else? I think that's really it, is just make sure that you're pumping on time. I got a lot of questions about it, and I had a lot of questions about it, but really it's pretty simple. Just stay to a schedule that's similar to your baby's current schedule, and just make sure you're getting those pumps, and that's pretty much it. As far as him eating, he ate fine out of the bottle with my parents, but he was pretty used to it, so he ate just fine. And then when we came back, that was the part I was really nervous about, was if he was not gonna like remember how to breastfeed, or if he would refuse it because the bottle was easier for him or he liked the bottle better. Now, I can't say that every baby's gonna be the same, but with my baby, he went straight back to the breast and just started eating right away like nothing had ever changed. I just wanted to make this video because I want to let you know, like, it is possible. Your life does not have to go on hold for breastfeeding. As long as you've got a breast pump and a stash of milk, you can really do the things that you want to do without your baby and still make sure that you can continue to breastfeed. So I think that's it. And if you guys have questions, like specific questions, leave them in the comments below or send me a message or whatever, and I'll try to answer them for you. But for the most part, it should be pretty easy going as far as pumping away from your baby. But thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.